Police are sharing gruesome new details in the deaths of two University of South Florida students.
We do want to warn you, some of this information may be difficult to hear. Police are now saying that the murders were calculated and that the suspect purchased heavy-duty black contractor bags, duct tape, and lighter fluid before allegedly killing both students.
The sheriff also detailing the disturbing evidence found inside the home when it was searched with a UV light.
And when they deploy Blue Star, they can see in the kitchen area there's a large pool of blood. They see that the blood continues down the hallway and into our suspect's bedroom. The technology is so precise and finite that we can see the outline of a human being on the floor next to our suspect's bed where it was curled up in a fetal position.
NBC News correspondent George Solis is following the very latest for us. So, George, this started as a missing persons case, but it quickly became this murder case. The police there are saying that the behavior of the suspect raised a lot of red flags. They also found one of the victim's glasses, student ID, and bloody clothes in a dumpster. What else have you learned in this case?
Yeah, good afternoon, Vicki and Morgan. So important to note that this investigation is very much ongoing. The sheriff there saying this suspect here became very elusive when they began questioning him. And the update here that I think is most significant and equally tragic is the sheriff confirming that Nahida Bristy, one of the doctoral students missing there, well, they found her body about a week ago, but they positively identified her remains through DNA, he said, dental records, and clothing. Now, the details, he says, of this investigation, as you guys have alluded, are gruesome. The actions of the suspect, the sheriff says, are nothing short of pure evil. Now, this backtracking a little bit, the two students, Limon and Bristy, were last seen in the Tampa area around April 16th, according to the police. They were reported missing by a family friend. That same night, authorities say the suspect here, Hisham Abu Garbia, purchased trash bags, Lysol wipes, and Febreze, investigators said. And he disposed of certain items, including Bristy's pink cell phone, according to prosecutors. Again, some of these details still very much ongoing. And right now, the sheriff saying that their priority, now that they have identified both of these bodies, is that tragic and painstaking step of returning them to their families in Bangladesh, guys.
You know, George, police say that they had to use a forensic deep dive to get evidence off the suspect's phone. They talk about the UV light in the house and then this deep dive on the phone. What did they find specifically on the phone?
Yeah, so they allege that the suspect here had wiped his phone, so they used forensics to go back in there, and they found things on Amazon, things on DoorDash to order some of these items that they had mentioned, some of these Lysol wipes, some of these industrial heavy-duty bags. They also found some ChatGPT searches, which were very disturbing, to say the least. They allege that he was searching things like how to get rid of a body in a trash bag, can you survive a gunshot wound to the head, things of that nature. So as they work with this investigation, they're also reaching out to OpenAI, which owns ChatGPT, to see where they stand with cooperating with this investigation. But again, make no mistake, they are still very much trying to piece all of this together, including trying to find a motive here, guys.
The motive, the big question. George Solis for us there from our Miami Bureau. George, thanks.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.